local.
International communities observing the
Why the main market is in chaos. People are
We are national.
Those in support of this motion as amended, say aye.
We have taken the move by default.
We are international.
Israeli airstrikes.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.
Welcome back. Our next quote for our conversation tonight. Good governance never depends upon law, but upon the personal qualities of those who govern. The machinery of government is always subordinate to the will of those who administer the machinery. The most important element of government, therefore, is the method of choosing leaders. And this quote is from Frank Herbert. Nigeria's 2027 general elections are shaping up to be highly competitive, with various political parties and alliances jostling for position. Some of the visible internal dynamics and potential implications are not far-fetched. APC, All Progressive Congress, the ruling party led by President Bola Tinubu, is expected to retain Vice President Kashim Shettima as his running mate or consider alternative pairings with influential figures like former Borno Governor Modu Ali Sharif or Matthew Hassan Kuka, a Catholic bishop. PDP, People's Democratic Party, the opposition party, may see former President Goodluck Jonathan re-entering politics alongside Bauchi Governor Bala Mohammed or former Kano Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso. Other potential pairings include Oyo Governor Sheyi Makinde and Mohammed or Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike and Kwankwaso. ADC, the African Democratic Congress, this party may form an alliance with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and ex-Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi, both veterans of the PDP. And from Labour Party, P2B, the party's 2023 presidential candidate, could pair up with former Sokoto Governor Aminu Tambuwal. Stay with us on this discussion as we welcome our guest. Our guest is Prince Kennedy, who is a national youth leader of Labour Party, and our conversation is on the political party's internal dynamics in 2027 election. Good evening, Prince Kennedy, and welcome to Signature Evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I'm already on my way home. I had to park somewhere to attend to this important communication. Good evening, Nigerians.
Thank you so much for doing that, Prince. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, Prince Kennedy. It's really exciting to have you talk politics.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we go to the first first question rather for the day. Let's talk about the overall politics. Talking about Labour Party, PDP, and APC. If you were to stick with a political party, a particular party, come 2027, which of these parties? Let me bring it back. PDP, Labour Party, APC, and ADC. Which of these parties would you stand with come 2027 if you were to stick with one?
I would remain with Labour Party.
Because, go on.
I'm a member of Labour Party. I've been a member of Labour Party for the past 10 years. I joined Labour Party as a ward secretary, became local government secretary of the party, became national director of ICT of the party, ran for House of Representatives in the party in 2019, emerged deputy national secretary of the party, became acting national leader of the party, and eventually elected national leader today. So I don't have any reason to leave the party for now, except there is some high level of injustice meted to me. And for now, I've not seen any.
Okay. Now, why I asked this question, Prince Kennedy, is because of the factions in these parties, with the likes of Labour Party having its factions. You see different people coming to be the chairman of the party and what have you. We have the likes of PDP too going through their own stress. We have ADC that some people of the opinion that is not, it's just initial gra-gra. Nothing really will come out from that party. These are opinions from people. And then APC would have also been the same thing, but so far it seems APC is really, really gathering momentum because of their principal, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who many seem to believe he is a veteran in politics. Now, with all of this, do you still think your party stand a chance come 2027 general elections?
I can confidently tell you that Labour Party remains a political party to beat in future elections. The party is not just like all the other political parties you mentioned. The Labour Party was the well thought out political party with ideologies, with a very, very stable constitution. As for what you are saying about people trying to hijack or take over the party leadership, it's only in Labour Party that you can become anything you want to become if you obey the party constitution. As far as I know, the effort of outsiders to hijack the party have failed. Even though crisis does not help any family or any institution, I agree that the crises that have bedeviled the party over the past years have really affected or impeded on the progress of the party. As you know that after the 2023 general election, the party already planned to go into electoral reform, go into political education, but because of the crisis, we were not able to do some of these things. But I can assure you that despite that, 2027, the party will still pull up a surprise for Nigerians. I may not be able to give you details now, but what I know is that the Labour Party cannot be hijacked. The Labour Party is not for sale, and the Labour Party is a party that have ideology. And for me to have spent 10 years in the party as a young man, I joined the party after the passage of Not Too Young to Run. And all the leadership changes was done in consonance with the party constitution. At least I witnessed 3 conventions of the party since I joined. So all of them were done in consonance with the party constitution. So what is happening now, are people trying to jump into the house from the window, will not work. It has never worked. Look at the PDP you mentioned. People felt that they will do whatever they want, but the constitution of the party have to be abided upon. And that was why eventually, and after all the going back and forth, their national secretary has to return to finish up his assignment. The same thing happens to the Labour Party. There is a binding convention of the party that held on 27th of March, 2024. That convention have not been overturned by any court in the land. That convention have not been challenged by any party member, and I think by now is time bound for anybody to challenge the convention. So the party leadership is intact under the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure, and whatever any other person is telling you is fallacy, because if you browse the INEC website as I'm talking to you now, you will still see Barrister Julius Abure recognized by INEC to still remain the one that is pioneering the affairs of the party. So I feel that 2023, 2027, the Labour Party will still have a chance to field a credible candidate. Of course, it's only in Labour Party that I have a bus driver, a motorcycle rider, become a candidate and go to the House of Representatives. It's only in Labour Party you have a lot of them from your state, Enugu State, that are in National Assembly. Only in Labour Party. They were rejected in PDP and other political parties, but they ran to Labour Party. We welcomed them, gave them accommodation, and prepared them and made them become the member of House of Representatives they are today. So we will repeat that in 2027 and other elections to come.
Thank you once again, Prince Kennedy. All right, still talking about political parties, internal dynamics, and 2027 general election. Some Nigerians, it seems their opinion is different from yours. Let's talk about your principal, Peter Obi. You know, remember he was supporting or backing the ADC, and even if he has come out to make statement that he's still with Labour Party, But it still seems some people feel he's neither here nor there. Like maybe with time he may still maybe finally make a statement where he actually belongs, you know. And some people are also thinking, could this be because of the factions and the challenges the Labour Party is experiencing right now, that maybe Peter Obi is thinking twice, on footing his tent with Labour Party. What's your take on this?
I'm not here to discuss individuals. In 2023, we fielded the best, and that happens to be His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. And I don't want to talk about where he belongs. All I know is that political party membership in Nigeria, according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must belong to one. You can't belong to two. If he remains in my party, fine. If he goes to ADC, I wish him all the best. But what I can only tell you is that me, Prince Kennedy Ahanotu, I remain in Labour Party. And if you say faction, faction is a creation of the media. Faction is not a language it's not a political language, it's a media language. If you look at dictionary, to factionalize something, you understand that it's man-made, it's created by individuals. Ordinarily, there is a legal means or legal processes or legal procedures to find out what is legally correct and what is not legally correct. So it is the media that chooses to say faction, there is faction, or there is this, or there is that. Ordinarily, the media knows the law, they follow the trend of news and what is happening, they monitor INEC website, they see that INEC is the regulator of political parties. As long as these names have not been withdrawn from INEC portal, the person that is leading the party is Barrister Julius Abure. So whatever anybody may be telling you, you are at liberty to believe. So as far as I know, there is no faction in the party. I agree that a lot of people, some people are agitating, but agitation in a political party has to come through a proper channel, because every political party has what we call internal conflict resolution mechanism. If you want to agitate in a political party environment, you must be able to follow those processes. You must be able to follow those channels. If you start by going to court, you have missed it. Of course, the people you are calling faction, if you can remember, for the past 2 years, they have started the process of taking over the party leadership, and they've not been able to achieve it. They first of all met and christened their name National Transition Committee of Labour Party. It didn't stand the test of law. They met again September last year in Umuahia, conveyed by the governor of Abia State. They christened it National Caretaker Committee. It didn't stand the test of law. Just about a month ago, about 3 weeks ago, they met again and christened it Interim National Working Committee. And then, if you look at Labour Party constitution, there is no place in the constitution where you find all these nomenclatures in the party constitution. So it's just that we are in this part of the world where people don't abide by rules. Individuals feel they are above the law. Individuals feel they are above an existing rule. And in Labour Party, no matter how big you are, we must, all of us, obey the rule. Those of them that don't want to obey the rule, they're already outside the house and they are peeping from the window and speaking grammar. As far as we know, the Labour Party remains intact under the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure. Thank you.
All right, Prince Kennedy, let's look at the more selection process for candidates of these various political parties. We are seeing that Labour Party has so and so person, likewise the ADC, PDP, and also every other party out there. Everybody's wrestling for the best candidate. Now, do you think when selection of candidates, should you go for someone who is loyal or someone who is competent? What are those qualities that should be looked out for when picking candidates?
Thank you so much, my sister. Very good question. Of course, I'm sure you have followed the experience that the Labour Party have had in recent times. We nominated, in fact, people that won election were 38 House of Rep members that were elected under the platform of Labour Party. We were having a governor, and we also had 8 senators at some point. But do you know what? All these people, it's just about 2 of them that till this moment still remembers and honors the party and respect the party constitution. Why? Because we were in the euphoria of the wave. When Mr. Peter Obi joined us, we were trying to field candidates because Labour Party has not run this kind of massive presidential election before. So when His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi joined us, as a political party, we saw what is happening. We needed to field candidates everywhere. So we were not looking at characters, we are not looking at individuals that we are approaching for us to nominate them. We fielded all manner of individuals, including those that have never opened the party constitution, including those that are not even social democrats, and many of them that are not social democrats, that does not understand what social democracy means, which is the philosophy of Labour Party. They've all left. Many of them have moved on to other political parties, including that Enugu State where your station is. Many of them have joined other political parties, and many of them are still intending to join. But in 2027, I can assure you, the party is going to be looking out to people that understand what social democracy is all about, people that believe in social democracy, people that will believe in the party ideological principles, people that will have human feeling, people that have character, people that will have competence, people that have the credibility, and people that will be party men, not people that once elected, they will jump the ship and begin to now think they own the party. You know, the principle of party politics is that the political parties put their elected officers on check. But in Nigeria today, the moment you elected governor, you want to become God and personal savior to the party leaders and to members of the public. You are no longer accountable to anybody. The moment you become president, you feel you are now God and personal savior to those that should be worshiping you. But in Labour Party, it's not so. You must be put to check. And if you can remember, that is why the Labour Party look at the activities of the Abia State governor, and he has to be sanctioned for not popularizing the party in Abia State, for allowing Zenith Labour Party to win all the seats in Abia State local government election. The party had to discipline him and suspend him. The party is not a worshipper of any individual. So in 2027, like the party is already instituting training institute. Before you emerge as our candidate, you must undergo a training to understand the basic rules and basic principles of social democracy. Because we are a political party that want to take over government at the center, and we don't want our people to begin to run contrary to what our principles and our ideologies are. So I am very happy to tell you that in 2027, we are not going to be repeating a whole lot of mistakes that clearly we made in 2023. Thank you.
All right, looking at the process of everything, to what extent does the internal party democracy also determine the electoral success?
Well, internal party democracy has not been working in Nigeria, and that is what the Labour Party is trying to correct. What happens, like I stated earlier, is the moment people emerge as governors, House of Rep members, they now decide to choose who will become the chairman of the party and who will become the youth leader of the party. They share it according to their leadership and their positions in government. And when they nominate these people, they decide what those people does. You know, like me, I've given you an explanation on how I emerged where I am today. I spent 10 years in the party and I grew on the ranks. No senator nominated me. No presidential candidate, no governor nominated me. I am here to do my work as a party leader. And whoever emerges as the candidate of the party, I am bound by the law of the party, by the constitution of the party to support the person. So what the Labour Party is actually trying to do is to introduce this thing you are calling party supremacy and party internal party democracy. Let the leadership of the party emerge from the party, not the one that a governor will sit down and nominate his brother from the same ward as a national secretary, or nominate his or cousin from his maternal side as a national youth leader. And now they dictate. I think you saw what happened to PDP. At some point, PDP became handicapped. Why? Because everything about the PDP, the salaries of the staff, the salaries of even NWC members are being paid by one man. Because of what? The man took over the party. The former presidential candidate of PDP ran away. He has run away like 3 times from PDP and joined other political parties. And he came back and met these same people. And the party is still surviving. And he insisted that he must be the presidential candidate of that same PDP that he has left like 3 times. You know, it provoked a lot of people. And they began to fight the party. And they fought the party and succeeded because the party was barely in their hand. They chose who became the national chairman of the party at some point. They chose who became the national secretary of the party at some point. So it became difficult for PDP to resolve their internal crisis because there is no internal democracy. One man decided who will become who in the party. In Labour Party, we are trying to establish party supremacy, where the big and small will sit down on the same table, where the heavyweights and the lightweight will sit on the same table to have a conversation, not a political party where there is segregation of the former this and former that, former that and former that, and there is no opportunity for common men like me. Of course, in PDP, a common man, a common young guy like me wouldn't have been in the NWC without the nomination of a governor or without the nomination of a senator or a minister. So it's only in Labour Party that you have ordinary people in the NWC. And I felt that is what some of these career politicians saw. They want to remove it from Labour Party and make Labour Party become like every other political party in Nigeria. And we have stood our ground and say no to it. So to a large extent, party internal democracy helps in producing quality candidates. People that are loyal to the party have the tendency of listening to the party and have the tendency of implementing the party programs and objectives. So when political parties have their constitution obeyed and their manifesto strong, documented, it will be easier for people that believe in the party, that have spent nothing less than 3 years in the party before becoming candidate. When such kind of individuals emerge as candidates, when they win election, look at their performance. They will do far better, both in terms of governance and in terms of party politics. They will do far better than those that just joined the party 2 weeks or 2 days to nomination.
All right, thank you, Prince Kennedy. You've really been doing justice to the questions we've been asking. But just like every other party, of course, there is always a witness of one defection from one party to another. It's not a new thing, and this is not particular to Labour Party. But recently, it seems the Labour Party have been experiencing more defections, looking at what so many people believe that the Labour Party, of course, their political members are not as much as other counterparts. And if you still experience defections, it's like a threat to the party. After making a member to get to the up or the top, and all of a sudden you leave, the place that brought you there to another party. Now, the question I want to ask now rather is, what are those strategies that Labour parties, are putting in place, to maintain engagement and, of course, loyalty amongst members?
Like I told you, there is problem with Nigerian politics. And whether anybody believes it or not is my personal opinion. Over the years, we have politicians that are pepper soup done politicians. There are politicians that believe in being a place where winning an election will be easy for them. Why? Because they have disconnected from the people. If you trust your people and you have done things for your people and you are confident that you are with your people, even if you are in any, let me not underrate any political party. No matter the political party where you are in, you will win election because politics is about the people. But you know what is happening in Nigerian politics that is no longer about the people. It's about the highest bidder. It's about the people that have connection in INEC. It's about the people that have connection with the police. It's about the people that will be able to buy their way in the judiciary. And this is what is playing out. So most of these politicians are lightweight. So the moment they win this election, they won that election under Labour Party in 2023. And with the crisis and with the winners take it all mentality in Nigeria politics, they started running away. And let me correct the impression you've made. Labour Party does not have higher number of people defecting. Labour Party does not have the higher number of people defecting. We only had 35, eventually 35 House of Rep members that were there. Not the higher percentage have left. So there are some of them that are still standing on the fence, looking at what to do. You know, some of them are still confused. But those that have left felt that they cannot win their election under Labour Party again, given the fact that if you look at the off-cycle election that held, you see the level of game that is being played by the electoral umpire under this current INEC chairman, Mahmood, who always like changing the goalposts at the middle of the game. So people don't trust the system. They want to join where they will easily be declared winner and where the courts will favor them. But all things being equal, where democracy is working, I can tell you that you win an election under Labour Party, you serve out your tenure under Labour Party. Of course, in the parliament, they are supposed to have equal percentage in the parliament, or if not equal percentage, there should be some percentages given to political parties in the parliament. If you look at the UK parliament, look at other parliaments around the world, South African parliament, you will see that opposition is not meant to be suffocated. It's only in Nigeria that we see opposition as a stigma. That me in Labour Party, if I come out in National Assembly, nothing for me. As a national leader of Labour Party, nothing for me. If you look at my counterpart in APC, he's moving with about 4 vehicles, DSS, but for me in Labour Party, nothing for me, because they see opposition politics in Nigeria as a stigma. They stigmatize you when you are in opposition. At some point in this country, you had a leader say that, come to APC, your political sins will be forgiven. So many of them that are running to APC don't trust themselves. They don't believe they can win their people's votes. So they want to be where the umbrella of the influence of the facilities and paraphernalia of government will deliver them easily. And even if they eventually find themselves in court, they have higher percentage of victory already by being in the ruling party. But for us in the Labour Party, like I said, we are going to be fielding candidates that will believe in the party, not candidates that will run away from the party. We have few of them. Of course, in all this crisis happening in the party, we have few of them that still stood with the party. They believe in the party. They've not left us. They reach out to us. They commend us with what we are doing. So they are still there. And they are not ready to leave. They have said they are not leaving for anywhere, that even if it means coming for one term, you know, they are willing to do that. So we still have men of integrity, and we still have men of good conscience that believe that opposition must not die. Because what is happening in Nigeria currently looks like the current government wants to stifle opposition. Opposition political parties are suffocating, and it is not healthy for democracy, except we don't want democracy anymore. But if we want democracy, opposition politics has come to stay, and Labour Party will remain, and will field candidates that will still win election. Of course, if we've not been winning election, we would have been deregistered by now. We had a governor in Ondo State before, and he did excellently well. Even though our governor in Abia State has not been a party man, he has not done anything for the party, he has not respected party supremacy and party constitution. But go to Abia State, He is implementing the party manifesto, and the people of Abia State, to some extent, are happy with some of the things he's been able to do in Abia State. That is Labour Party for you. It's a party of the people, it's a party for the people, and it's a party by the people.
All right, Kennedy, thank you so much for that. Just before we round off our conversation, we have parties that have unresolved crises. I mean, it happens in every single political party in Nigeria. And of course, parties are registering with INEC ahead of the 2027 election. And now, in a situation whereby we still have unresolved crises within parties, can this really affect the chances of these parties in 2027?
Like I said, there is no family that survives or succeeds very well under crisis situation. No family, no institution does better. It's like a war situation. Economic growth will be stampeded. That is why we pray that crisis don't meet us at the point of duty. But let me tell you what is crisis and what is causing the crisis in politics. What is causing it is that we have greedy politicians. We have politicians that does not believe in processes in Nigeria. We have politicians that are not disciplined. Let me tell you a practical experience. I am a party man, I'm a party officer, and there are states where we had governorship elections. I can tell you that 10 aspirants will emerge to become a governorship candidate under the party. Let me shock you. 10 of them will reach out to one person. We reach out to me, we reach out to the national chairman, we reach out to the national secretary, we reach out to all the officers of the party to find a way to turn the table to favor them. They believe that if not them, no other person. These are the kind of politicians we have in Nigeria. They do not want to wait and go through the normal process of, for example, there was a time we were about having a governorship primary, and an aspirant demanded and requested that the whole entire party ESCO in a state be removed. So that and when that happened, he brought his own people that he would trust to prepare for the primary. So crisis is being caused by this same group of politicians that are greedy, that are not disciplined, that believe that if not them, no other person. They don't believe in fairness, they don't believe in equity. These are the people causing crisis in political party. For example, the fight you see in Labour Party is because of 2027. A lot of people felt that the party may not even give them ticket again because of how badly they have treated the party. So they have no choice than to fight and remove the party leadership so that those new ones that they will handpick by themselves will be able to give them tickets on a platter of gold. Because they are lazy and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So the crisis in political parties is not caused by devil. It's not caused by other political parties. It's caused by these career politicians who feel that if it is not them, no other person. If they believe in themselves, let them go and convince the people. Let them go and convince the delegates. Let them go and convince the people that will elect them. But they want to see it as an endorsement, as a right. I mean, that is what is happening, and I'm sorry. That is exactly what has been causing crisis. It's not as if that crisis will just automatically evolve in political parties. No, it is the interest of this former this and former that. People that are in Senate, people that are, okay, another example is that the moment people won an election, like the other state governor, he said that he do no longer want to work with the state chairman that even won an election with him. Without settlement, without engaging him in government, without even appointing him into his government. He said he wanted a total sack of the man. And the man was removed. And he brought his own brother, the same brother, to make him a state chairman of the party. And many of them that won Senate now will come and tell the party that I do not like my local government chairman. I do no longer want my ward chairman. I don't want my state chairman. I had that problem in my own state, Imo State. where some people felt that they do not like the face of the state chairman, despite the fact that this state chairman is working and doing well. But they felt that that guy being there will affect their own emergence as a candidate. So they
Thank
start
you.
fighting the state
Okay,
chairman.
thank you, Prince
And they
Kennedy.
want the-
I want to find out from you, as the national youth leader of Labour Party, the last election, specifically 2023 general elections, we have the youth coming out in number, right, in their various numbers. With what we could see on social media, it seems 80% of the people that voted for Labour Party were youths. With what we could see online, well, many Nigerians we're actually talking about. Now, with the population we have now in Nigeria, over 70% of Nigerians are youths under 30, right, from the age of 30. Now the question now is, many of these people that are campaigning and shouting Labour Party, Peter Obi, they are youths, and most of them are not even members of your parties. With what happened the last election, many of these youths are disappointed, and some of them are discouraged to come back come 2027 to vote. Question now is, the Labour Party, do you still see the youths coming out in their numbers to vote 2027? And what are you doing as a national youth leader to still have these youths engaged and loyal to Labour Party?
Thank you so much. You know, many of us were heartbroken in 2023. And if you look at the indices, there was an increase in participation, young people's participation in politics in 2023. The first time it happened was in 2019. There were massive increase in youth participation in politics. You know, in 2016, there was a passage of not too young to run. Of course, that is when me, Prince Kennedy Anotu, decided to join partisan politics, you know, and I tested myself in 2019 when I ran for House of Reps. So, but the problem Nigerian youth had is that we feel that freedom is won very easily and in one day. Of course, that problem affected even us in the party, where a lot of people joined the party. They now want to be the national leaders of the party. They don't want to go and start from the ward, even where I started. And a lot of them don't believe in partisan politics. They believe in a candidate. So I feel that already the result of 2023 election have affected a lot of young people. But my own position is that, like Mandela said, long walk to freedom. You don't have to give up if you want this place to work. I've been able to encourage a lot of young people via town hall meetings, via seminars and workshops, that both the ones that party organized and the ones that other institutions have organized, where I'm privileged to attend. I've been able to encourage and inspire young people. For me, I'm almost getting discouraged with politics because, in all honesty, what I anticipated before joining politics is not what I'm experiencing currently. At some point, I almost resigned, especially with respect to the crisis happening in the Labour Party. But one of my mentors told me something, that Rome is not built in a day, that no matter how high it will go up is based on how deep it has gone down. And that crisis has a way of strengthening you. So I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerian youth to be strengthened, to be motivated, to remain inspired. It does not mean whether they belong to Labour Party or belong to APC or belong to PDP. My own idea is that let them continue to look out for competency, let them continue to look out for credibility, for capacity. Because eventually, what we are crying for is good leadership. And if we get that good leadership anywhere, so be it. If there is good road, I won't go through the bush. I will still use the good road, even as an opposition leader. If there is good hospital, I will still use the hospitals. Despite that I'm an opposition leader, nobody stopped me from visiting Imo State. The governor of Imo State is not in my party. And I criticize him most time, and he cannot stop me from coming to my hometown. He has never done that, and he will not do it. And I will use the hospital built in Imo State. eventually if I have any emergency at home. And he will not stop me because it's taxpayers' money. So I am begging my generation, the younger people, not to give up on this country, not to give up on the electoral process. Rather, let them participate, let them take the pain and join the party structure from the roots, from the wards. If young people will take over the ward chairmanship of the political parties we have in Nigeria, I give them 4 years. They will determine who will become the local government chairman. They will determine who will become the state chairman. They will determine who will become the national chairman of these political parties. And eventually, they will be in position to nominate that angel, that Messiah that will save Nigeria. But if you are not inside, it will be difficult for us to achieve what we are actually looking for. So all I do most times is encourage them. As for National Leader of Labour Party, we have several programs set out for the younger ones in the party. Of course, we've been doing membership revalidation. We've made it free for every young man and woman around the country, even those in the diaspora. We've made membership registration free. And then when you register, you can be a free member. But if you want to be a participatory member, you must locate your ward and then make sure that you identify with a particular ward, because politics is local. Politics is not on social media. Many things that are happening on social media are fake. A lot of people will kill you before your time on social media. A lot of people have said that I'm even a criminal on social media. But I'm from a very humble background. I'm from a royal family that have never had a history of stealing. And I will not steal. And I know why I'm in politics, not because of the benefit. Of course, we ran 2023 as a national leader. I never had a single budget to run my mobilization program in 2023 presidential election. We did it as sacrifices to salvage the leadership decay in Nigeria. And
thank you so much, Prince Kennedy Anoto. This is the most we can take on this particular conversation. Thank you so much for doing justice to this particular subject matter. It was really an interesting conversation with you, Prince Kennedy Anoto.
Thank you so much.
All right, our conversation was on political parties, internal dynamics, and 2027 election. Of course, Prince Kennedy joined us, who is the national youth leader of Labour Party. And that's all the interviews for tonight. Coming up is news and events. Do stay with us.
We are local.
The international community is observing
Why the main market is in chaos. People are...
We are national.
Those in support of this motion as amended, say aye.
Aye. We have taken the vote by default.
We are international.
Israeli airstrikes.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.